Hello everyone, I am so excited to be back here with you today on my YouTube channel, History of Us. Today I am going to be sharing more of the story of Sacagawea, the amazing indigenous woman who helped lead Lewis and Clark on their expedition through the Louisiana Purchase. Let's get started. Sacagawea was born in either 1789 or 1790. The exact date is unknown. She was born in present-day Idaho as part of the Shoshone tribe. She had two brothers and a sister. In 1800, Sacagawea was captured by a neighboring indigenous tribe, potentially the Minotri people, when she was about 10 or 11, and she was traded to Sant Carbanu, who married her. He had another indigenous wife at the time. He was invited to join the Lewis and Clark expedition, but we're not sure if he had married them before he married Sacagawea or later. Sacagawea went on the Lewis and Clark expedition when she was only about 16 because her husband joined Lewis and Clark, who also wanted someone who could speak Shoshone so that they could trade for horses, and that was the reasoning for Sacagawea to join them. Their official name was the Corps of Discovery. Another reason that Sacagawea was an important part of this trip was because she had a young son, so her and her son would show other indigenous people that the Corps of Discovery were a peaceful group. Her son, Jean-Baptiste, who was nicknamed Pomp, was born in 1805. During the trip, Sacagawea was very helpful because she was able to gather roots and herbs that the group could eat and use for medicinal purposes. Once, when the group was crossing the Missouri River, one of their boats filled with water. Sacagawea managed to catch almost all the supplies that had fallen out of the boat, including vital books, medicines, and papers. In August 1805, Sacagawea finally returned to her Shoshone homeland and discovered that their new chief was her brother. Unfortunately, she also learned that many of her family members had died. But she negotiated with her people for Lewis and Clark to get the horses they need to cross the Bitterroot Mountains. Lewis and Clark and the rest of the people in their journey were the first Americans to see the Pacific Ocean on November 7, 1805. Sacagawea had traveled over 2,200 miles with her baby in order to see this sight. Later that month, a Chinook chief came to their camp with a sea otter cape. Lewis wanted to trade for the cape and offered the chief blankets, but he refused. Then the chief saw that Sacagawea had a belt with blue beads, so Lewis offered to trade it for the cape, and Sacagawea was forced to give her belt up. She was given a blue cloth in exchange. I share this story to remind you that although Sacagawea did amazing things that contributed greatly to American history, she didn't necessarily have much of a choice in what she was forced to do in these situations. Near the start of 1806, Lewis and Clark heard that a whale had washed up ashore on the beach. Originally, nobody thought that Sacagawea should come with them to see it, but she insisted and was made part of the group that went to see the whale. After she returned home, she had traveled 4,500 miles carrying her baby, but she wasn't paid at all. In comparison, her husband, Carbanu, was paid $500.33. Since the Lewis and Clark expedition had been gone for so long, many people had assumed they were dead. On December 20th, 1812, Sacagawea may have died. We don't have an exact date, but that is a potential date. She died after she gave birth to her daughter, Lizette, in South Dakota. Clark ended up adopting both of Sacagawea's children. Pomp grew up to be a Western trader and the mayor of a Spanish town in California. The details of Lizette's life remain a mystery. Some fun facts about Sacagawea. Nobody actually knows what she looked like, but that has not stopped artists from doing their best to depict her in their work. Another fun fact is that there is a golden $1 coin with Sacagawea on it. It was released in 2000. Some other things I'd like to know about the story of Sacagawea. Number one, you may be wondering as I go through this story why we have such events as the trading of her belt and the overturning of a boat in the Missouri River so well recorded. Well, this was because Lewis and Clark kept a record of their expedition in various journals, so we were able to use those to find out what happened to Sacagawea on this journey. And that is why much else about her life remains a mystery. We have very detailed facts about these events. That is the end of the information that I have for you today on Sacagawea. If you would like to reach out to me with any questions about this or any suggestions for other topics in the future, you are welcome to email me at abby@historyofus@gmail.com. You can also leave a comment on this video, or if you have a topic suggestion, you can fill out the form that is linked in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. The sources that I referenced for research purposes will be listed on the slides following this. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day.